You're watching UVUTv.
Snow-capped Wasatch Mountains here in Orem as the Wolverines trail BYU 6-2. Zeleny back out on the mound for Utah Valley. Wolverines get one in the last half of the fifth, but just the one. The pitch to Clausen misses down low. Zeleny coming off a very clean fifth inning, so we'll see if he can continue here. A beautiful evening, albeit cold, in Orem. Clausen 0 for 2, or 0 for 1 rather, with a walk tonight. There's a ball, 2-0. Clausen chops this one foul. Zeleny, the 5'11 freshman out of Brawley, California. Swing and a miss here, and it's 2-2. This is his first appearance since the first weekend of the series. He threw against USC, just 2/3 of an inning. Now he's back and he's settled in. He's retired 4 straight Cougars as this one's in the dirt and the count runs full. Well, UVU will be back in action this weekend and on UVUTv on Thursday night as UTRGV comes into town. It's a lot of letters. And it's ball 4 to Clausen. The University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, a WAC opponent, will come in, and those are big games. Of course, all conference games are big. The Wolverines 2-1. In conference play, as Zeleny will head back into his stretch with a man on. Perns comes into this ball game. He's up there right now. He has a 13-game hitting streak. He is 0 for 2 tonight. So in a 4-run ball game, that's our storyline that we're following right now. Will Perns extend that hitting streak? Well, we're going to find out. I don't have the answer, but as Zeleny checks on the runner. Perns out of Henderson, Nevada, down there, right near Vegas. The 0-1, a swing and a foul back to the screen. Nothing in 2. He's a transfer, Perns is, from Southern Nevada Community College. You ever been to Henderson, Ryan?
No.
Ah, it's lovely. You got to go. The 0-2 pitch. A swing and a line drive, base hit. So he does extend the hitting streak. Moving to second is Clausen, and the Cougars are threatening in the 6th. Not a real hard hit ball. I think that jammed Perns, but he muscled it out into left field. Bullpen is quiet for Utah Valley, and just as I say that, someone runs down there to begin getting loose. Here is McIntyre, 2 men on, nobody out. McIntyre, an in-state kid out of Tooele. He shows bunt. And he pops it back and out of play.
That's one thing I will say. BYU's really done well with recruiting in-state kids. Take a look at their class next year. They went to a couple of kids from down south. They went to St. George and picked up Austin Deming from Santa Clara, and
another bunt popped up foul, so McIntyre not getting the job done. And it's 0-2. We'll see if Mike Littlewood keeps the bunt on with 2 outs. You see Littlewood in the third base coach there. Third base coach's box, I should say. Littlewood coaching third a la Tommy Lasorda, the old Dodger skipper. You don't really see a manager coach third much anymore in the big leagues.
I'm trying to remember the last one that you did see do that now, because most of the time the manager stays in the dugout and manages the game, really. I mean, you don't really see him outside of going to make pitching changes. You don't really see the manager really out on the field too much, more just organizing and doing whatever else a manager does throughout the day.
There's a liner, looping liner into right field. It falls 1 hop in front of Overland. Everyone will advance 1 bag, and the bases are loaded. Now we'll head to the top of the order for BYU. Eric Mattson coming out to the mound. We'll see if Zeleny remains in the game as a right-hander continues to get loose for the Wolverines.
Drew Hill down there, the freshman from Gunnison, Utah, warming up.
And I think Mattson is stalling a bit to get Drew warm.
Well, and that's the thing. You got this part of the lineup coming up where it's mostly outside of Schneemann in the 3 spot. You don't have another lefty until you get later on in the lineup to Favero and Clausen. And so really this part of the lineup was the part that you really wanted the left-hander to throw to get that lefty versus lefty kind of matchup. But now you're getting back into the heart of the order with the right-handers. And this is the inning to watch for BYU because you got bases loaded, nobody out. If you're the Wolverines here, you want to keep this one close. You need to get a double play. You need to get an out. A strikeout here on Brendan Anderson would be big. But right now, if you're Utah Valley, you're in dire need of an out here because a ball in the gap here would blow this game wide open.
The corner's about even with the bag. Middle infield double play depth for Utah Valley. The pitch misses down low. Anderson hitting .280. He hit a grand slam back in the 2nd inning. That put BYU on top 4-0. They lead 6-2 here in the 6th inning. As we're at the newly christened UCCU ballpark. Ball misses down low. Zeleny has thrown about 36 pitches, but he has not thrown for a while, so that's about as far as I think Eric Mattson wants Zeleny to go tonight. You mentioned Drew Hill looks to be just about ready in that bullpen. Bases loaded, nobody out. A check swing, did he go around? On a pill to first base. No, he did not, says Randy Upton. Well, Paxton Schultz started this game for Utah Valley. He ended up going just 1 2/3 innings. No earned runs. Jake Carr relieved Schultz. He went 2/3 of an inning, and he gave up the big fly to Anderson. 3-1 pitch. A swing and a chopper foul. Third base side, and count is full. See a few kids on the grassy berm that extends beyond third base here at UCCU. They're sticking it out on a chilly night. "3-2 is line foul. Look out, right down there to the berm. You got to be ready. And no one saw that one coming. I think everybody's okay.
It always concerns me with, especially when you get a little bit warmer weather out, you get kids playing on the berm, throwing the ball or doing whatever. You have to make sure there's no netting or protection there. You have to make sure somebody's watching the field to make sure something like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, you have to pay attention.
You just hope that everyone's okay, and but boy, that's kind of an area of concern right here at this ballpark anyway.
3-2 is lined down the left field line. Fair ball. This is going to score 1. 2 Cougars. The third Cougar stops at third. That's McIntyre. It's 8-2 BYU. So the 5th and 6th RBI of the ball game for Brendan Anderson. The ball was just hooked down the line. And we are going to have a pitching change. So that does it for Zeleny. Drew Hill will come in for UVU as Matson makes the walk out to the mound.
So Drew Hill, the right-hander, will come in. He will make his 7th appearance for the Wolverines. He's 0-1 with his official record with a 9.53 ERA. Does have 4 saves on the year. He's gone 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 4 walks and 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .261 off the right-hander who, Jordan, he was on the mound in extra innings, I believe, in that Mississippi State series. Talk about being a freshman from Gunnison, Utah, not the biggest place in the world, and one of the first appearances as a freshman, you're on the road in extra innings, and the team is a top 25 team from the SEC, and you find a way to get the job done for the Wolverines.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's got some guts.
Indeed, this is a guy that the Wolverines are very excited about, the coaching staff. As we see him take his warm-up tosses, you look over at third base. So the kid out of Gunnison, kind of a diamond in the rough, is how he's been described. You see Sims receiving warm-up pitches. The Wolverines just trying to keep this game somewhat in reach. They trail 8-2. Still nobody out. We're in the top of the 6th inning. There will be 2 men on with Sue coming to the plate. It was Sue who homered back in the 4th inning. He is 2 for 3 on the night.
This is an opportunity for Drew Hill really to kind of go get some good reps. He didn't throw in that series this weekend against Northern Colorado. He warmed up a couple of times, but didn't come in to throw. So this is a good opportunity for Drew Hill to come in and have an opportunity to throw. Looks like he hasn't really thrown since the Irvine series. Most of his outings, too, have been about an inning, maybe an inning and a third. So this may be a time where Eric Madsen asks him to kind of stretch out a little bit, maybe give him a couple of innings right here, because you really don't, I don't know how many more pitchers past Hill you really want to go tonight if you're Eric Madsen.
Yeah, other than one outing in which Hill got shelled, he has pitched terrifically all season long. So here comes Sue. Anderson is at second. McIntyre is at third base. 4 straight Cougars have reached base. First pitch breaking ball from Hill in there for a strike. And that tells you how comfortable the freshman is. First pitch curveball. Fastball gets away. And it's 1-1. That one clocked at 91 miles an hour.
This is really a situation, if you're Utah Valley, you're going to take any out you can get. It's not an overly close game where the runner at third, if it's a ground ball up the middle, you'll trade the out for the run right here.
Sue grounds one right up the middle. One run will come into score as Howell fields it, throws to Hayes at first, and there's one away. McIntyre crosses home plate. It is 9-2, Brigham Young. Sue picks up an RBI. That is Sue's 15th RBI of the season. But one away. That ball was hit in front of Anderson, so he could not advance to third. Here is Schneemann. He swings and hits one high into right center field. Coming over is Overland. He will make the grab. Tagging and heading for third is Anderson. So 2 down. And Brock Hale will bat. A fastball at 93 miles an hour. Misses outside. The wind blowing out towards center field. It's been blowing out all night. Three runs already in for the Cougars in this 6th. Hill fires. And a breaking ball stays high, ball 2. Hale takes a strike. Well, fans, remember Adidas is the official outfitter of UVU Athletics. To check out Adidas apparel, go to adidas.com. There's also the Adidas store on campus. They have some good gear.
Went in there this morning, actually.
What anything catch your eye? Here's a ground ball to third base past the diving Polson. Howell fields it in the hole, but he has no chance. Coming in to score is Anderson. It's 10-2 BYU. So a nice job by Hill to just put that in play. A little infield base hit. What are we talking in the Adidas store?
Well, there's a method to my madness, as once again we see Trevor Howell do a nice job of getting to that. I knew it was going to be cold tonight, so I'm like, well, I'll go and I will get a hat and some gloves. I went 1 for 2. I found the hat, the little kind of beanie type thing. Then I remembered it was a UVUTv game and they probably wouldn't want me wearing a hat. But then I couldn't find the gloves.
But then we came to the ballpark and they told us, both of you are so terrible looking, we're not going to show you on camera because ratings will plummet. Here is the pitch. It gets by Sims. Into second goes Hale. That will be ruled a wild pitch. He'll come set, checks the runner, now kicks and fires. And a fastball catches the inside corner. We see that velocity from Hill in the low 90s. Just a freshman. Kringlen is 2 for 3 tonight. He's been on base twice. The 1-1. Ball misses down in the zone. A swing and a ground ball to third. Paulson to his left, he has it. Throws across to get Kringlen, and the inning's finally over, but BYU plates 4 more runs. On to the last of the 6th. It's 10-2 BYU.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?